If you take a look around classrooms in the Chicago area, you'll have a tough time finding a black male teacher. But there's a new effort in place to get more of our guys into Chicago schools. Here's a look at the program.
What you have here, I'm going to give you about 15 minutes.
At Butler College Prep, Principal Chris Goins is trying to change the face of education.
When you don't see black males in the classroom, you don't know that you can be a teacher.
There's a new class in session, the first of its kind. It's called Intro to Urban Education, designed to teach young men of color how to get into the field.
We do it in athletics. Young men want to be athletes. They want to play in the NBA. They want to be in the NFL simply because they see that representation. So if we change the mindset and put more black males in the classroom, we will have more black male students wanting to be teachers.
New numbers from Teach for America are shocking. It shows black men make up less than 2% of Illinois' teachers. And once they get the job, Goins says they face more barriers staying in it and getting promotions.
Education is just not a sexy career for a male. If they're going to we tell young men that they have to support and raise a family, and a teacher's salary may not do that.
3 days a week, Goins gathers 20 of his seniors to alleviate those fears, share his insights, and show they can be just like him. He calls it mirrors.
We create a pipeline. They come in as like what we call an academic coach, and we coach and work with them, and then they're ready for the classroom.
It's a lot of stuff that's being shown to us out here.
We talk about the whole entire educational landscape. Why does education look the way that it looks? How does a city like Chicago, how does that impact the educational system? We even have done a deep exploration of the mayoral candidates and where they stand on education.
I'll be strictly timing.
We have a saying that we say one soul, your soul has the resources for the world. I want it to be a space where they feel empowered to make change and to impact change, and they can do that through education.
You're a little under 20 minutes, good, but
Goins' curriculum is uplifting his students, and these seniors say they want to take up the chalk because of it.
If you look at somebody like Mr. Goins, it's a good example of a organized, determined black man. And it makes me feel inspired because I know that's what I want my kids to grow to be, that's what I want my peers to be, and that's what I want to be.
I could definitely see myself doing this in the future. I would love to promote black kids and get them to become a teacher or whatever they want to be, give them that support that they need, because in a household, a lot of times they don't have that black father because he's locked up due to him not having a black father, and it's just a wicked cycle in place, and I plan to break that.
And even if they choose not to become teachers, Principal Goins hopes his message sticks.
I want them to walk away with understanding that this is a movement, and they all contribute to this movement and this revolution. We got to change the narrative.
Yeah.
So that's what this whole thing is all about.
What a cool guy, really inspirational, hearing his story and hearing what he's doing for these kids.
Certainly. Brendan, I have to ask you, just as an African-American man yourself, did you see a lot of teachers growing up? You're from Cincinnati. Did you see a lot of black male teachers?
I didn't. I didn't have one black male teacher growing up. I had a football coach who was black, but that's really the only exposure I had to that. So that really stresses the fact that, when I was doing this, I'm like, I really never had that experience growing up. A lot of Chicago kids, I'm glad that they're going to finally get that experience too, of seeing a program like this go down.
Yeah, reminding you how important representation is.
Yeah,
seeing
definitely.
what you can possibly be.
100%. It matters so much. And the class that's wrapping up its first year, CPS, they plan to keep it going. And Goins says he hopes to spread this out to other area schools. And eventually he's trying to secure some scholarships for these guys who complete the course. So, it's great to see somebody finding a solution to a really big problem.
Yeah, right here in our city.